Hey guys, it is J Star Wars 360 here with my review of the Grand Budapest Hotel. This is a film I have been dying to see ever since I first heard about it, and that Wes Anderson. Well, I heard about it first, then I learned Wes Anderson was directing it, and the instant I heard that, I went to myself, I'm in, and then I saw the trailer for it when I went to see 12 Years a Slave, and I was like, I need to see this. And thankfully, unfortunately, the downside of Wes Anderson films is that they have very limited releases. I mean, it's expanding every week, but still, it's like you need to be lucky enough to live next to a theater that shows these kinds of movies. And thankfully, there is one near me, and it just came to this theater near me, and I just got back from seeing it, and I'm here to tell you that. Actually, wait, before I go into this, let me just sum up quickly my background on Wes Anderson films. My previous experience with Wes Anderson films. If you don't care about that, I'll have an annotation saying skip here for my thoughts on the film because this might go on a while. So, my first Wes Anderson film was Moonrise Kingdom. Funny story, actually. My brother actually went to school with one of the kids. It goes to school with one of the kids in the film. I won't say which one just because I don't want you people stalking me, knowing where I live. The point is, he went to school with one of the kids, and it was a big deal. Oh my gosh, so-and-so is in Moonrise Kingdom. So that piqued me and my family's interest in going to see it, and we saw it, which involved us driving to this theater that was 30 minutes away from us. It was a couple towns away, which was annoying, but it was so worth it. I loved the film. I adored it. I literally didn't even know where to start in terms of what to say about how great the film was, but I loved it. One of the best movies I saw in 2012. It might be the best. Really underrated by the Oscars. It should have. I'm happy it won Best Screenplay. It should have gotten a bit more praise. But yeah, awesome film. So when I hear another film by this amazing director is coming out, you know I'm in. And I'm here to tell you guys, it was amazing. Literally, best movie I've seen so far this year. I know I've only seen 3 movies, but I'm probably still going to be saying that at the end of the year. I mean, it'll either be the best film I saw this year or one of it. But I have no doubt it'll change. I mean, this is one of those rare films where I just loved it through and through. Almost little to no complaints. I mean, a couple, but they're extremely minor, extremely nitpicky, and stuff that I could just easily brush off and dismiss. But yeah, so, yeah, before I go, I'm going to keep this video pretty spoiler light, and again, I'll have our interview at the bottom, which, if it's not there right now, it's because I haven't written it yet. I'm going to write after this review. I just wanted to get this done now, because the room I'm recording this in, it's not going to be available in 10 minutes, so yeah, wanted to get this done first. And it's the only quiet place I can record. But I digress. So, the story, real quick, I really don't know where to begin with this movie as far as how much I want to, but again, because I don't know how much I can say without giving away, but basically, the plot is it's set in this hotel, which I think is fictional. It might be based off on a real hotel, I don't know, called the Grand Budapest Hotel. And in this hotel, we follow the story of 2 men. One is, I think he's the owner, I forget who, but his name is, actually, I forget his name. Actually, let me look it up real quick. Anyway, there's the owner of the hotel, played by Ralph Fiennes, and he is... Oh yeah, M. Gustav. So, it's the story about him and his... I forget. I know it's not bellboy. Lobby boy, who's played by... I forget the name of the actor, Tony Revolori, who is making his film debut. And basically the plot is there's this woman, and she died, and Gustav is being wrongfully accused of his death, and from there I don't want to give anything else away because, again, this is one of those movies you need to see for yourself. And don't worry, pretty much all this is in the trailer, so I'm not giving anything away. So, first off, story, I mean, there isn't that much to it. I mean, first off, it's very simple, easy to follow, flowing ear. At no point in this movie are you going to be bored or confused. The story is very simple and easy to follow, and it's constantly moving. So there's no point where you're going to be bored, or if you come out of this movie and complain it was too long or not engaging, I will be very surprised. Okay, that's not true. It does. The story does get a little complicated at times, but you can always follow it. I mean, with mystery films, you sometimes stories can tend to get complicated, but thankfully this film isn't. And it does have this really fun, lighthearted, comedic and quirky tone that Wes Anderson's known for, and it's there in this film, and it's great. I loved it. I really like it. I really like what Wes Anderson does because this film is one of those films where it's a story within a story, and I don't want to give anything away, but it's what he does with this perspective is really amusing. I'll just leave it at that. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about, but if not, I don't want to give it away. Don't worry, it's not a major plot twist. It's just this little thing that I found amusing. I'm sure everyone else found amusing. But let's talk about one reason why I adored this movie, which are the characters, and they are all fantastic. I mean, I love all these characters. They're all amazing, well likable. Every one of them has been cast really well, and they're all giving great performances. Gustav, love the character. This is such a great guy. Ralph Fiennes does an amazing job as him. I was shocked when the credits came up, and I was curious to know, because like, this guy's doing a great job. I'm curious who's playing him. And when the credits came up and I found out it was Ralph Fiennes, I was like, wow. Because he plays Voldemort in the Harry Potter movies. I was never that big on the Voldemort portrayal. I was wondering, is this the actor or the director? This film proves it that Ralph Fiennes isn't... I mean, I've seen him in some good stuff, like Ramesses and Prince of Egypt and the villain of Schindler's List, but he is just amazing. Like, Voldemort was just poor direction on whoever's idea was to have Voldemort look the way he did, and talk like this. Harry Potter. But I digress. He's amazing here. Lobby Boy Zero, also amazing, well acted, really likable. Again, first time actor playing this guy. He does an amazing job. He's 17 years old, yet he was probably 16 when they filmed the film. I don't know, maybe he was 17, I don't know. But point is, this is a really great actor, and I really hope he goes on to do some great things. I mean, this is a great film to debut in. And I love the relationship between Gustav and the lobby boy, I don't think we ever learned his real name. He's just called Zero. Love the interactions between the two. This is what I wanted to see when I saw Django Unchained. You know, you have the white guy, big shot guy, and then you have the assistant, sort of, who's of a different race. I love Django. I feel like it lost focus on those interactions between the two. Here, they're just it's constantly the focus, and I just love seeing these two. They have some great chemistry together. Oh yeah, and sorry for the background. I try my best to make it look attractive. Oh, what am I talking about? Of course, it looks attractive. Even not, Wes Anderson can create interesting shots. So why can't I? Anyway. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So, love the interactions. Also, there's some really great supporting characters. I don't want to list them all because I'll be here all day. My favorite has to be the one Willem Dafoe is playing. Yes, Willem Dafoe is in this movie, and he is fucking amazing. Plays... I'm not really sure if he's an assassin or a hired guy, or if he's just killing because he likes it. But point is, this is a guy who goes in and kills people, and Willem Dafoe kills it as him. And there are also some other great supporting characters, most of which are characters that are no stranger to Wes Anderson films. Not as interesting, but still really enjoyable. There's Edward Norton, who is, again, I find him amusing once again. He's playing a guy looking for someone, like in Moonrise Kingdom, where he played the Scoutmaster looking for the missing scouts. Here he's playing the Enforcer looking for another missing person who, if you see the movie, you'll know who he's looking for. Again, I don't want to give anything away for those of you who haven't seen the movie. I mean, I could tell it was him, but it was still enjoyable. Also, Bill Murray was back, giving a good performance. It's amazing. This guy is like... Hang on, let me look up how old Bill Murray is. But point is, he's really old, yet Wes Anderson is able to get a great performance out of this guy. 63. So, still going, but yeah. There are also a lot of, again, and also Zero gets a love interest at one point. She doesn't have much dialogue in the movie, but actress playing her still does an amazing job. And she does do some cool stuff in the movie. Also, but everyone in this film gives a great performance. Wes Anderson really gets a lot out of everyone. And again, there are a lot of actors that you'll I don't want to say who's in this movie because part of the surprise is just seeing them when they appear, or just when the credits show up and you learn all these big actors that were in the movies and you didn't even know it. That's just how good they were, how immersed in the role they were. You didn't even notice them. And cinematography, again, it's Wes Anderson. If you've seen Wes Anderson films, you tend to know what to expect. Everything's really bright, colorful, rich, lots of attention to detail, amazing shots. You have your typical symmetrical shots, the typical shot where the camera just moves sideways like this. Yeah. And Grand Budapest Hotel is the highlight. It looks amazing, and the fact that it's an actual set, just even better. Again, some real movie magic with some of the effects and stuff. If I were to criticize the film, though, I'd say the climax ends rather abruptly. Like, I feel like they could have had it go on a bit longer. I mean, I usually complain about movies when the climax goes on way too long. Like, Face Off, I felt like they kept teasing the climax a lot. Avengers and Man of Steel, I felt like they stretched the climax out way longer than it needed to. But here, it's just a little too short. Also, this film doesn't have that much substance or story, but the characters and presentation are so through the roof that you won't even care. So yeah, amazing film, loved it. If you're a Wes Anderson fan, definitely check this out. If you are a film buff, check this out. If you're just a general going audience person, I think you'll enjoy it. I highly recommend it. And if you haven't seen anything by Wes Anderson, go see this movie. You'll be a fan by the end of this and want to see some of his other stuff. I probably should get around to it, but yeah, why haven't I seen his other films? I want to see some like Fantastic Mr. Fox and stuff, but I digress. So yeah, go see this movie, and I'll have my full written review in the bottom when it's written. All my written review in the description when I'm done with it. Oh yeah, and one more thing, make sure you stick around during the credits. Trust me. So yeah, amazing movie. Go see it. This is JStars360 signing out. Oh yeah, and one more thing. Please comment below. If you've seen this movie, please comment below and let me know what you think. I'd be really curious to hear your thoughts. And also, if you're a Wes Anderson fan, if you've seen some of his other stuff, and how do you think this compared? And as always, like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, although please comment why you disliked it if you do, and subscribe if you want to see more by me. This is JStars360 signing out.